You ever have those moments where you just think to yourself, like, I'm an idiot. In what world would this be a good idea? I had one of those moments just the other day. So anyway guys, welcome back to a new video. Today is going to be kind of a different style than what we're normally used to. Different gameplay, different type of video, and I'm just kind of trying out new things here. I haven't really been playing much Vainglory anymore after I got rid of my iPad, so we're just doing different stuff. I have some League of Legends gameplay in the background. Some pretty bad League of Legends gameplay at that, but who cares? It's all about what I'm talking about today, and what I'm talking about today is, this is going to be like a story of something that's happened recently, and it's basically about how I totally ate crap on my skateboard, and this new skateboard, like this brand new skateboard that I bought, and so I'll go ahead and just get into the details about that. So it was like a normal average day, you know. I was hanging out at my cousin's house, and I had brought my new penny board along. It's a penny board. It's one of those like really small ass skateboards. It's like small, like I said, and I've never owned a skateboard or like actually had one of that before, but I thought it would be a cool thing to own, so I bought one about a month ago, and I pretty much got the hang of it. The only thing that I wasn't too strong at was going down hills, and of course, as you hear in a minute, this is kind of where shit hit the fan, as I would say. But anyway, what happened here was I was at my cousin's house with my new penny board. It was awesome, and we decided that we wanted to go and get some ice cream, because there was like an ice cream place that was not too far from the house. Like, it was within walking distance, but normally when we went over there we would ride bikes. So what I did was, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ride my penny board over there, because I've never done it before. And the last time I was over there, I brought my penny board, but I decided to ride a bike. And so this time I was like, okay, I'm not gonna pussy out of this one. We're gonna ride the penny board, because there is this hill, because they're in like a cul-de-sac or whatever, and you get out of the cul-de-sac and there's this hill that goes down and it goes back up. And so the last time I was over there, when I rode my bike to the ice cream shop, the hill didn't seem that small when I was heading back. And that's also, I'm on a bike, and you know, it's pretty hard to fall off a bike. You have brakes and stuff. On a skateboard, you don't have brakes. You kind of have to use your foot to stop. And that wasn't really my plan. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna ride the penny board. It doesn't look like it's gonna be too much of a big deal. We ride out of the cul-de-sac, and we get to the hill, and I'm like, alright, let's do this. Let's go. Nothing can go wrong at all. So I get on the board and I start riding down, and in the beginning it's not too much. I haven't picked up too much speed yet, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty fun. I'm not going too fast yet. Then I start getting a bit speedy, and I start to get a bit worried. But I'm like, okay, I can just hang on a bit longer. I can start to see where it's gonna flatten out a little bit. This hill wasn't like an extreme like boardwalk hill or whatever. This was just like a hill that dipped down a little bit and then went back up, but it ended up being a little bit steeper than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. And then I hear my cousin behind me shout that there's a car that's heading in the direction towards us on the hill, because I was riding on the street instead of the sidewalk, because the sidewalk had like fire hydrants and stuff, and I was afraid I'd run into them and eat more crap than I wanted to. I thought I was safer on the street than I was on the sidewalk, which probably wasn't the smartest thing. But anyway, I see a car and I start to panic, because I'm like, oh shit, I don't think I can turn. I don't think I can turn to the other side, because I was worried that if I started to turn to the other side towards the sidewalk, I wouldn't be able to make it in time and I'd totally get hit by the car. And then I thought that, but then it also looked like the car was a little bit too close to the other side, and I thought that if I stayed where I was, it'd be really close, and I didn't want to risk it. So I'm like, alright, I gotta stop, I gotta slow down. And normally how I slow down, and this isn't, if you know anything about it, this is obviously not the smartest thing to do, but normally there are a few hills in my house, and they're normally not too steep or whatever, but normally when I'm going really fast on my board, I usually kind of just step off of it and kind of jog the rest of it out, because normally I'm not going that fast to the point where I couldn't control standing up or whatever, I guess I would say. So I'm like, okay, I'll just do that instead of, like, you know, what you're supposed to do is kind of just grind one of your feet against, like, the ground to, like, create some friction so you slow down. Instead of doing that, I'm like, alright, I'll just jump off. Not even thinking about, oh yeah, my penny board's gonna go flying, I'm gonna have to go pick that up, and hopefully that doesn't get run over. But basically, here we go. You can imagine me. I step off, and as soon as my foot leaves the board and touches the pavement, I just completely stop. Like, I tried to keep moving, I just stopped. It was like slow motion. I stop, and I just roll. Like, I landed, I kind of like tripped, I landed on my side, and then I rolled like twice. And so then I'm like, oh crap, that was pretty bad. So then I kind of like stumble to stand up, and I look and I see my board is running. It's going down the hill at full speed, even faster, and it like flips over at one point. And I ask my cousin to go grab that. While I look at my arm and I see there's this gash in my elbow. Now it's not like some serious medical condition, but it was a pretty bad gash. It's probably one of the worst looking injuries I've had in a long time. So, and then there's also I totally scraped my entire side, and so my elbow's bleeding, my side's bleeding. So I start gripping my upper arm above where the gash is to try and like stop it from bleeding everywhere, and I stumble home to my cousin's house, where I basically sit down for the rest of the day, and I don't bleed out, obviously, I'm still alive, but I just put on, I get it bandaged up, put some of the disinfectant on it, and it's all good. I still have the gash on my arm right now. It looks really nasty, and but it's gotten a bit better, and it's probably gonna have this really nasty scar. But yeah, that's kind of the story. Kind of a odd story, but I'm kind of just coming up with random stuff right now to make videos on, and I wanted to just kind of try out commentaries. And if you guys enjoyed it, if you want to hear more stories, leave a like or leave a comment, and I'll get back to it, and hopefully we can have some more stuff soon on the channel, and I hope you guys all enjoyed. Have a nice day.